Hi, superstars. We are doing math and we are on lesson 1-4, counting 4 and 5. Okay, remember, we counted to the number 3 last time. You will learn to count to numbers after 3 in this lesson. So let's look at our sheet here. Let me get my little drawing thing here ready. Okay, so Chips the chipmunk sees some oranges on a tree. How can you find how many oranges Chip sees? Well, what I'm going to do is draw some oranges on this tree. Okay, so I want you to help me figure out how many oranges are on the tree. So remember, you learned that words 1, 2, and 3 are words that tell how many, and that 1, 2, and 3 are number words. So, what do you think the word 4 tells about? Does it tell that there are 4 items? Let's count what I drew here and see how we can figure out how many oranges I have. We can use numbers to count the oranges. So let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we counted 4 oranges. So Chip sees 4 oranges on the tree. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we are going to shade in 4 of these boxes. And what is that telling us? That is telling us that there are 4 oranges. So they represent 4 oranges on the tree. All right, good counting. All right, now what we're going to do, let's clear this really quick. All right, and let's do this one more time. Let's fill this up because we have 4 here, right? We counted 4 oranges. All right, now I'm going to draw some more oranges. Okay, so now how many oranges does Chips the chipmunk see? How are we going to find out how many oranges there are? We are going to use our numbers and we are going to count how many oranges are on the tree. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We counted 5 oranges. So we're going to fill in the rectangles over here to show how many oranges we found. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these rectangles represent the number of oranges we found on the tree. All right, good job. We found 4 and we found 5. All right, we can do the same here for our apples. So let me draw some apples here. How many apples are in this tree? Chips the chipmunk needs to find out. How's he going to find out? What do we have to do? We use our numbers. So we are going to count. And when you're counting, you're always going to touch what you count, or you're going to mark it so that you know you counted it. So you can put a line through it, you can put a dot on it, but you always want to touch it or mark it so that you can keep track. So let's count how many apples we have. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. How many apples do we have on that tree? 3. So what are we going to do in this rectangle? How many apples are we going, or how many rectangles are we going to fill in? We counted 3 apples on the tree, so we are going to color in 3 rectangles. And these rectangles represent how many apples are on the tree. Good job. All right, now I see some pears down here. So let's see how many pears are going to be on this tree. All right. How are we going to find out how many pears are there? What are we going to use? We're going to use numbers, right? All right, so let's start counting. Remember to touch each pear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 pears on that tree. So how many of these rectangles here am I going to color in to show how many pears we found? That is correct. 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we used numbers and we counted to show how many. All right, good job. All right, let's go to our next page now. Okay, let's look at our first box. Let's look at this box right here. Okay, so I see oranges on a branch. How many oranges are there? All right, let's point and count together to see how many oranges there are. So you point and count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. How do you know you have not left something out? How do you know you counted each orange? Well, we can touch each orange as we count, so that way we know we haven't left any oranges out. Or you can put a line through it to show that you counted it, and that's how you know you haven't left anything out. All right, let's look over here now in this box. How can we find out how many counters there are? Yes, we can count the counters. Does it matter which counter you count first? No, it doesn't. Let's count. We can count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do you think there are 4 counters? Because there are 4 oranges. So these counters represent the oranges. So how does this picture go with the 4 counters? Well, look at how many boxes are shaded. 4 boxes are shaded. I'm just coloring over them to match the 4 counters, which are 4 oranges, right? It goes with 4 oranges. So these counters are representing the oranges. So what if there were 5 counters and 5 oranges? How many boxes would we shade? We would shade another box, right? Why? To show the number 5. But there's only 4, so we'll keep 4 shaded. But if there were 5 oranges, we'd shade another box. All right, let's clear this up. Good job. Let's clear that. Okay, let's go to number 1 here. All right, we're over here on number 1. So what you're going to do is you're going to count the oranges in each group and then color the boxes to show how many oranges there are. So remember, what do we do when we're counting? We touch the objects we're counting, or you can put a line through it as you're counting on paper. So let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I know that I counted all of them because I marked each one. So we counted 4 oranges, so we are going to fill in how many of these rectangles? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's showing 4 oranges. All right, let's go to number 2. Can you try to count those? All right, how many did you count? Let's check and see if you got that number right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did you get 5? All right, if you did, good job. How many rectangles should we shade in to show 5 oranges? 5, correct. So let's count. Let's color them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That shows us that we counted 5 oranges. Okay, number 3. Can you count those oranges for me? Okay, let's check and see if you got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you get 4 oranges? If you did, good job. How many of these rectangles should I color in to show 4 oranges? Did you say 4? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rectangles shows 4 oranges. That's what it means. All right, we are on number 4. All right, count the apples. See how many apples there are. All right, let's count them together now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We counted 4 apples. How many boxes should we shade in? 4. Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4. That represents 4 apples. We're on number 5 now. Can you count how many pears there are? Remember to touch them as you count. Okay, let's check. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 pairs. So how many of these rectangles do we color in? 5, correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're on our last problem. How many bananas? All right, let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many rectangles should I color in? 4 rectangles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good job, superstars. I want you to continue practicing your counting. Do your worksheet. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.